Welcome to another Stormworks video, where I'll be showing off my latest creations, my ambulance and my fire truck. In case you didn't know, or are new to this game, Stormworks is a game where you can build basically whatever you want, vehicle-wise, with real physics. So, starting off with the ambulance, we have EMS printed on the side there. These are mild hybrid vehicles. They share the same powertrain. As you can see, there is a charge port there. That is not to charge the battery. Rather, it is to boost it if it does die, just like you would with a regular car, or it can boost other vehicles. The back of the vehicles are entirely different, though. You have a hatch for equipment on the fire truck, and then on the ambulance, you do not. Coming in the back door here, you have two beds in here with lots of medkits and some defibrillators. A pretty big door opens up, and I'll show you one very, very cool feature that happens when you open up the door. Coming up front, you have some spots for the paramedics to sit, or a family maybe, and then you have a rope here as well as a fire extinguisher just in case things go very bad. And then coming up front, you have your digital gauge display with your idle key. That just basically lets the engine idle while you're out of the vehicle, so the battery doesn't die and you can get a quick escape without needing to wait for the engine to warm up or something. And then you have your buttons here, which I'll show in a few minutes what they are. And then you have your passenger seat, obviously. And that is the ambulance. I really love the front look of both of these vehicles. I think they look good. This one, honestly, I like better in my opinion because it's more rounded at the front, as for the fire truck, it's pretty flat. But then coming into the fire truck, we have four doors. The rears doesn't have seats yet, but I'm going to put them in. And once again, there's just three buttons here, and then you have your digital gauge display and your backup camera. Then in the back seat, there's a whole bunch of equipment with firefighting gear and a defibrillator and some first aid kits. And then this button down here turns on the fire hose where you can spray water. There's a ladder at the back where you can climb up here and then open this hatch, and this will bring you into the water tank. And this is the cool, quirky feature that I want to show you on the ambulance. As soon as you open the door, you'll see the rear bumper comes down like a step, and then it comes back up once you close the door. So that acts as a step for whoever needs to get up here. So using the step, it's pretty simple. There we go, we're in. And you can close the door, and the step will come back up. Then coming up front, these three buttons here are for the emergency lights, the whale, and the yelp, and then you can turn off the emergency lights. The eco symbol just means that your engine's running at very low fuel consumption. So right now it's off, so it's obviously not consuming very much fuel. But then without the need to turn the key and without the need to start it, you just press W and you're good to go. Because all I have in this thing is a 3-cylinder modular engine, which is very tiny, and without the paired electric motors, the engine takes forever to get this thing up to speed. And I mean about 30 seconds until you're up to 100 kilometers an hour. So, there we go. And it does assist with acceleration, so a little faster. There we go, there's 100. It does have a very large fuel tank in this thing. It carries like almost 700 liters. So it can go very long distance because Stormworks hospitals aren't very common. They're not very close together. In my opinion, it sounds really good. It's just a little 3-cylinder engine, and it's just idling at about 900 RPM. It sounds pretty good. You can drive it on the idle, but your performance is very limited, and you're not going to have enough charge to replenish the battery, so you're going to lose battery power. You can drive on this mode, but this is the eco mode, so yeah, and your speed's limited to 38 kilometers per hour, 39, sorry. And coming into the fire truck, pretty similar how it drives. One thing I do like though is that for reverse, even for the ambulance too, you don't need to press 2 or anything. You just simply press S and you're backing up. The engine won't turn on. So whenever I said this vehicle can't drive fully on electric, it can, but only when it's in reverse. It is kind of confusing, but it's kind of cool how I set it up. The engine never drives it in reverse. Only the electric motor does. So obviously you got your fire extinguisher in here. You can spray water, and then the attack line pump. You can turn that on, and then spray a lot further. And turn off the pump. So now I'm sitting in my CWT HT, which is the half-ton truck that I made. If you guys want to see this, go check out the video. Should be on my channel home screen. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to crash this into the ambulance to give the fire truck a little bit of a test run. Alright, it's go time. There we go. Slamming on my brakes, they don't work anymore. Let's get out of that truck. Holy crap. Well, looks like the truck's getting my firewood for this year. Turning on the sirens. We are on the way. Hopefully my truck didn't go into the water. If it did, then it's self-extinguished. Nope, it appears that it has not gone into the water. One thing I like about the fire truck and ambulance is their turning radius. But look how quickly this thing can turn. That's because the front wheels are placed behind the driver. So that's why it feels like you're turning on a dime pretty much. Struggling to get up this hill with lack of traction. I hope this truck doesn't start a forest fire. Putting on my parking brake. Probably gonna idle the engine. There we go. Turning off the siren. Leaving my engine on idle, just so we don't drain our battery when using the pump. Ooh, this truck's not in a very good scenario. The whole front end is ablaze. Alright, now the fire's out. We can go down and extinguish the fire on the ambulance. It puts out the fires pretty darn quick. And the ambulance seems to have more fire than the truck did, even though it was a truck that lighted it. But also the ambulance has been sitting for longer, so that could add up. You know what? Why don't I use the other side this time? There we go. Hopping over here, going out this side. I'll open this door up. Just so I can get all the use out of this fire truck that I can. That fire is big to put out. Holy moly. Is it out? I think it is. Well guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to help me reach 300 subscribers. And that will be all for me today. Goodbye.